Oh yeah, baby. Dig, baby, dig. I haven't seen this kind of current this time of year, you know, with the fish really being turned on. We was out last weekend, did not have this kind of current, and they were really turned on. So I'm excited that this rain came. I'm hoping it's still within the banks, and we're gonna get out here, we're gonna check the current and see. It looks like it's still within the banks. So that is a good thing, because if the water is contained within the banks, then those fish really don't have no place to go other than like a current seam or a slacker style area. So it really pushes those fish to certain areas and can kind of make it, I wouldn't say easier, but it makes that amount of water that they can be in, that percentage, less. So looks like we are at about 3.5 miles per hour. But the current is just up to the edge of the bank. So it hasn't crested yet, still coming up. And to me, instantly, I'm thinking about going to the lesser current side of the river. On this side of the bank is where the lesser of the current is going to be. That is going to be the inside of this bend. So as soon as I get over to this bank, one of the first things I notice is you can kind of see there's like a filmy look to the top of this water right here. That is a seam line that is coming up through here. So I'm just going to ease up through this seam line and see. Now the water is extremely muddy. I decided to come all the way up and just cut this seam line all the way down and just see what happens. I feel like we probably won't catch a whole lot up this way, but we'll probably catch more once we get to that point and around. But we'll just have to see what happens. Now I'm going to start with a 3 ounce, and this is just a normal bumping rig. I'm going to start with a 3 ounce and see what happens. The bait of choice for today's adventure is some big old gizzard shad. I'm going to take that second cut. That's the one I want. That's my favorite. And I'm going to hook it right underneath the backbone. Make sure you get that scale off. Wash your hands off. That's nasty. There's one. There's one. There we go. Oh yeah. First one of the evening, folks. We had to get it a little bit closer. As you can see, I'm a little bit closer to the bank. And I went with my gut, or well, I went with my head that was saying go up a little bit farther instead of what the sonar and my gut was telling me. And I bumped down through there and wasted 20 or 30 minutes. But we're back on the fish. All we had to do is get a little bit closer to the bank. You can see he's got mud all on his belly and up his back. But beautiful fish. Nice fish to get the evening started. Let's get him back. I like to use those chunk pieces like this more so than the head. It seems like when those fish are super aggressive, they like to have the head section, but whenever they're not super aggressive, they will prefer a body chunk. There's one. See he's going? See him going right there? There we go. There we go. Yeah. Fish number 2, folks. Make sure I get my trolling motor straightened out. Oh man, he pulled a little drag. He pulled a little drag, folks. Did you see that? Look at him go. Now he hit it like a small fish. He just kind of tat, tat, tat. But he's fighting like a big fish. But we know he's not that big. Had some head shakes and Oh, come on, buddy. Now he feels heavy. I'm gonna cut that trolling motor loose and go after him because he feels heavy. I don't know if he's wrapped up or what, but my drag's not super tight. Here where I'm from, we don't get to bump too often. Usually in the springtime. There he comes up. He's not that big. Turn that troll motor back on. We don't, we only get to bump for about a month max here on the Ohio River, where I'm from, on the upper Ohio River. And then the current will dissipate and summer comes, and you get back to dragging baits or free lining or different things. So I like to take full advantage of bumping when I can. Oh, quit it now. Man, the sound of that braid going through that reel and in my eyes, I love it. I used to be a strictly anchor fisherman, really loved to anchor fish, but once I started we started drifting when we originally started, but then we become anchor fishermen for flatheads. And then once I found, that's a big old channel cat. Once I found bumping, it was all over. Fish number 2. Heck yeah. Big old mean channel cat. Man, he's been wrapped up. He was wrapped up in my line. Nice. Let's get him back, get back out there. Uh-oh, got one going. See him pulling, There we go. Fish number 3. Uh-oh, folks. Now he took off like a real fish here. Oh man. Oh yeah. This is definitely gonna be a better fish here. All right, he's running straight to me, and that's a lot of times those bigger fish. I cut the trolling motor off. He's going out in the center of the river. But those bigger fish will definitely do that. They'll hit, they'll burn some drag, and then they will take off into this upriver on you. And then you won't really know how big they are until they get right here. And then once they get right here, they start digging. Now, I don't think he's going to be super big, but I'm going to guess probably 20. Get the net ready. Oh. Easy, big dog. Oh, mercy. Mercy me. Come on, get in there. There we go. There we go. Yes, sir. Boy. Now you guys might have seen him. I didn't see him yet. I was getting the net when he comes to the top of the water, but that's a big old boil. Oh yeah, baby. Dig, baby, dig. Yes. This right here, folks, is the reason I say come and do this style of fishing. You just never know how big it's going to be. Oh yeah, baby, that's an absolute toad. Absolute toad right there, folks. Come here, big dog. Come here. He ain't hooked real good either. Yes sir, he's in the net, baby. He's in the net. Boom, baby. Boom. Oh yeah, there we go, baby. Yes. 54, 55 pounds. Let's get this old girl back in the water. Whoo, baby. Got a little bit of slime. Got a little bit of slime on my lens from that big fish. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Boom. And you guys got to get out on the river. Find you a section like this, even if it's flooded. You know, be careful. It can be dangerous out here on the water. You know, you gotta make sure that you're doing the right things and you're being careful and cautious. But find that area where that water is lesser of a current, where those fish want to be. Trust your sonars and your electronics whenever you see the fish. Put some baits in the water, do some back bouncing, and just use fresh bait and get it done. Folks, I thank you guys for watching. That's going to do it for this video and tonight's episode, but we'll catch you next time on the water. Remember, God loves you, I love you. We'll catch you next time.